Hello, I'm Leona Dooley, and this is Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme. And today we're going to be putting together one more piece of decor for the kitchen, and that is the refrigerator basket. Now, I always decorate that basket, and the refrigerator has just looked so bare. So I'm standing out here enjoying the sounds of spring and the birds and the cool breeze, and so I'm ready to go in a house. Now, I'm hoping that you're going to come right along with me and that we are going to have a great time today in the kitchen decorating. Before we move forward, I thought I'd take you back to Christmas and let you take a look at the basket that we had up for both Christmas and winter. It got us through from about November through, well, February, actually. And it stayed there. It was very decorative. I got lots of compliments. I had lights in and sometimes took the lights out. But we're going to deck this refrigerator out with a beautiful basket. We're putting together a beautiful spring floral basket. My spring floral basket always begins with greenery. And I keep this greenery in the basket all the time because I want a base for it. And it just gives a nice background. It holds the flowers in. So I'm just fluffing those out a little bit because it's been sitting and it's had a few things on top of it in storage. So now we can start putting in some picks and lots of beautiful color. And we're going to make this basket sing once it's up and on top of the refrigerator. So let's first start with the purchase that I got from Amazon. And you're going to see these beautiful little boxwoods. And you'll see that they have little red buds on them, red flowers or blossoms, whatever you like to call them, on top. But aren't they pretty? And I have several of those. So we are going to add those to the basket. And you'll see I had to go get the phone because somebody called in the midst of that. My son called. And so while I'm talking to him, we are working. So we've got a three-way conversation. We're talking, he's talking, my granddaughter's talking, and it's just a big chit chat. But that's what family's all about. So I am placing these in, and you can see that once you put those into the greenery, that it's almost as if the background greenery goes away. And it is just there to add uh, that green substance, that native plant-like substance. It's kind of like adding grass. When you have grass in the background, grass can be beautiful, but sometimes it's just a background color. And that's what we're doing. So I'm adding in those boxwoods, and I kind of want to fill most of this basket with that as a base. Now, at Walmart, I found some beautiful yellow morning glories. I hadn't seen morning glories since my mom used to plant a garden, and she always had morning glories. And it was so neat. I had to buy them just because of the sentiment behind it. And when you see them go into this basket with all the greens and the reds and the whites, there they are. Aren't they pretty? Now, they are going in. Now, I'm not cutting them apart because, at another time next year, I may decide that I want to do a little something else, or it may be that they may not sell them anymore. Because, sometimes Walmart has a variety of flowers, but then you may be in there this week and the flowers are there, and by the next week they're gone and they never come back. So I bought quite a few of these morning glories, and they're nice and long, and the yellows are bright and with little touches of white, and the white just gives this basket light. And so we're just going to add. Nothing's better than those reds and those yellows and the greens. Aren't they pretty? Let me see if I can find something to kind of prop the front of this basket up, because when it's on top of the refrigerator, that's what I do. I have a piece of plank that I put up there that I can raise. I use it as a riser to raise the basket up so that you have a better view of the basket rather than having it just hang on or just sit flat on the refrigerator. So I'm adding in another bunch of morning glories, and you can just see they were certainly named for their beauty. So those morning glories are going in. And sometimes I take some of the flower, I pop them out, use them in other arrangements, but the refrigerator basket pretty much stays the way it's supposed to be. And mainly because it's so high, I don't take anything out of the refrigerator basket. It's just not convenient. So we have 5 batches of morning glories. And then I found this lavender. I used it last year in my kitchen vignette. And so I'm going to add some, and these are deep, dark purple um, pieces of picks of lavender that they certainly say spring. And in fact, they're spring and summer. And so I'm putting those in because those colors are just going to make the yellow pop even more. And all those nice colors in the background. I've got nice movement. So, if a breeze comes through where the refrigerator is, actually, I do have a air vent. And so there's going to be a little bit of movement, which I really like. So these are going to be able to move as the air blows, and it's just going to be very, very pretty. So we've got our lavender in. I hope you're taking a moment and that every now and then, whether you use live flowers or you have decorative faux flowers, that you will add some color into your kitchen. I know some people love neutral colors in their kitchen, and they use a lot of just golds and silvers or just metallics and maybe no real colors. But I'm a color girl. I like the color, and I just think it sparks that kitchen, and it certainly draws the eye of the people who are walking into your kitchen and says, "You're welcome." So we've got the lavender in. And guys, remember, pink is my color. Now, these came from the Dollar Tree, and I bought them last year. I saw them this year, but I didn't need any. I had a ton of them from last year. So I'm going to take some of those pinks and work them into this basket. Sorry for my back. Um, I was trying to work and stay focused and talk on the phone and talk to you. So we had a lot of talking going on, and I have quite a few of these. So I'm just going to add those nice little soft blossoms into this basket. And you're going to see how these colors come together. They're going to be absolutely gorgeous. We got a few more. I think I had maybe 4 altogether. I'm trying to put some high, put some low, and if I have enough, I'll put some kind of in the middle. And the reason I'm careful to put them high goes back to what I was saying. Once they're up on that refrigerator, you want to be able to see everything. Now, I had some baby's breath. I got this also from Walmart, and Walmart had quite a bit of the baby's breath, and I used it in another arrangement, and this is what I had left. I think I got like 2 or 3 pieces left. So I'm going to add just those little touches of white, which remember, white adds light. So when you're doing an arrangement, you want something in there that's going to bring the light to your arrangement, whether it's a vase or whether it's a basket like we're doing today. Now, let me get something and I'm going to slide it right under there so you can see what this is going to look like, because I'm using a top. That was the closest thing I could find. And I'm going to see if I can just raise it. I just need to raise it up just enough so that you have a good view and that I have a good view, and I won't lose my perspective as to where the flowers need to be and where the prettiest colors need to be. Now, I also had a few of these, they call them forsythia, but of course not forsythia, wisteria. And so I have some little pink wisteria that I'm adding in. And as you can see, look at the movement. This basket is just ready. It looks like it should be outside in your garden. And I'm adding a few more. And should I find more, I'll put more in. But I went up to the attic, went in my spring box, grabbed a handful of colors and flowers, and I wanted to make sure that I had good movement and a pretty steady amount of color. Now, when I disappeared just that second, I really didn't disappear. I stood back and took a look at the basket. That's what you have to do. You have to get your perspective from several different sides to make sure that your basket is balanced. And so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm looking from side to side to make sure that we have good balance. I'm trying to make sure that whatever I do to one side, that I'm doing also to the other side, and yet enhancing the center as well. Now, I can only find two of my larger peonies, and I know I have more, I just couldn't find them. Now I have a few more of those little forsythias, the little wisteria, and I'm putting those in. I did find a few more of those, so let's give it a little more over there, and let's come over here to the other side and add some over to the other side. How pretty is that? Wow, I love it. I love it. I found a little more baby's breath. This is going to be so pretty. So let's work that in. I want a little bit kind of toward the top. We need that light. There we go, right in there. Oh, how nice. Now I'm sitting my son off to the side. He's still talking, and my granddaughter's talking. So I'm talking to them while we're working. And this is what we do in our kitchen. We have conversations going all the time about whatever's going on for the day. And I miss them. I had a chance to visit with them and just enjoyed that time. And so now Mimi's back. Mimi had to do what she had to do and finish up her kitchen and her house for spring. And they're doing likewise. So what do you think? I love it. But you know what I'm doing now? we have certainly had a wonderful time in the kitchen, and I hope you'll come back. I really miss when you're not here and we have a chance to talk and to enjoy each other. And so come back very soon because we have a few more things we're going to be doing for spring. Before we leave our kitchen today, let me say that again that I have enjoyed having you right here in our kitchen. But also, please remember each day to light a candle and shine a light, not only for your family, but for those around you. And I'll see you soon, right here in the kitchen of Ebony, Ivy, and Thyme.